So I wanted to shout out. We have a brand new sponsor, everybody. So this is kind of a big deal.
Making money.
Yeah, making some money up in here. Let's. We have to play this ad. It's required by the new sponsor. So please shut up.
You all know I stand by the truth, and if I put my name on something, I truly believe in it. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce you to something I'm incredibly proud of. My own brand of organic specialty coffee, Rudy Coffee. Believe me when I say it's the best coffee.
Oh, the young picture of him.
It's smooth.
That's the bold variety.
Chocolatey and gentle on the stomach. It's so good, I even recommend drinking it black. It comes in 3 varieties, including what I promise
What?
the best
It doesn't even need
decaf
cream.
you'll ever have.
Oh, my God.
You can order now by scanning the QR
Him
code
on the
your
beach?
screen, or
The
by
one with him
visiting
on the beach?
That's the decaf.
Coffee.
Oh.
By supporting Rudy Coffee, you're not just treating yourself to exceptional coffee, you're also supporting our cause. The cause of truth, justice.
And paying off a tremendous amount of legal bills because each bag of this shit is $30.
I mean, it must be he must be way in over his head on legal bills because the quality of that commercial is like
Infomercial at 2 a.m. on an antenna
in the
TV.
90s.
Oh,
Like that
yeah.
is fucking
And let me tell you, he's already sold out all of that coffee.
sure. Ironically, yeah.
I don't know.
Because Republicans will buy.
But like
Rudy
they've kind of like cast him off. He's sort of like he's like the sick dog in the neighborhood. He's sort of a rabid dog. Yeah, they don't really fuck with him too much.
Every time.
He's bleeding hair dye on
pretty
people.
wild because
and he's an embarrassment.
It's interesting that he's embarrassing. He's an embarrassment when Trump is, and all of these other guys are just as bad as him.
Once you start,
and he was the mayor during 9/11, and he fucked his reputation up.
Oh,
that
yeah.
bad.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I think once the repercussion of your actions start coming back on you, everyone distance. themselves.
Yeah.
You're fine until people start. Just other people say you're not fine. Then
And
they have to go along with.
More importantly, he's a loser. He's a fucking loser.
Yeah, he is.
And at the end of the day, Trump people are like, I don't fuck with a loser. Fuck that guy. He's done.
Yeah.
They,
He's
they see a
cooked.
lot of themselves in that guy, and they don't want to.
And they don't believe Trump has ever lost. Really, they
Right.
don't. So
No.
therefore, he's not a loser.
Exactly.
Him and the My Pillow guy, they're like, those are just that's an exception to the rule. 2 exceptions to the rule. Everyone else is like Trump, and they have a magnificent cock, and they have a beautiful hairpiece, and they're the leader of the free world.
So $29.99 for 2 pounds of this shit. By the way, authorities have been trying for weeks to serve Rudy Giuliani with an indictment in the Arizona election fraud trial, and he's been mocking them on Twitter, saying this was 7:06 p.m. on Friday. If Arizona authorities can't find me by tomorrow morning, 1, they must dismiss the indictment, which
Not true.
not how that works.
Right.
And 2, they must concede that they can't count votes. So that was Friday afternoon. Several hours later, he got his ass served while he was on his way to the car. And minutes after the indictment, he was seen going live from a raucous Staten Island Italian restaurant where he was streaming his weeknight social media show, America's Mayor Live. At one point, he waved around a cannoli and ordered an aide to play a clip from The Godfather. This is a real thing.
Which
Half-eaten
clip?
cannoli or
Which clip?
Well, he says, then in a mangling reaction to the line from that movie, one of his favorites, Giuliani says, I have the cannoli, I don't have a gun.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
So anyway, shout out to our new...
He is a giant fucking loser. You're
He's a
100%
loser.
right.
Wait,
He's a
what
loser.
was he trying to accomplish here?
I think he was trying to, rouse support from YouTube people or whatever platform he's on.
Was this some public event?
He was leaving his surprise birthday party. It was his 80th birthday, and they had a surprise birthday party for him. As he was leaving the event, he gets intercepted by the process servers who are like, hey, you got served because he's
Happy
been
birthday, motherfucker.
Right, yeah, surprise. He's been ducking them for weeks. Then he goes to Staten Island to an Italian restaurant and starts streaming his social media show and waving around a cannoli like a fucking
he pulls a
mental
pulls
patient.
an RFK Jr. brainworm out of his ear and starts swinging that around like a lasso.
I guess basically my question is, what did he think he was accomplishing by doing this?
Attention. That's all these guys want. They just want
Yeah,
fucking
that's
attention.
true. That's true.
Do you think if you flashed like this version of him to him in 2002, like after he'd been like man of the year for Time and everything,
Yeah,
that he would
yeah.
like have a heart attack from embarrassment like right then?
You know
know
what?
what to
I
think.
bet you money that he's always been like this.
always been
Because
crazy,
he didn't
yeah.
get to see it.
Yeah. Well, it's just one of those things like once you reach a certain level of political influence, riches, power, whatever, your brain just gets mushy, so there's a chance that as a
that's true.
hotshot lawyer prosecuting the mob and all that shit in the 70s and 80s, then sure, he probably had his wits about him. But once he became America's mayor and he was going to be deified as an American god no matter what he did, that gave way to massive alcohol use, which is what's going on here. Is
an alcoholic,
it's a combination of like just time taking its toll on a human brain.
You poisoned your brain.
Plus tons and tons of booze on
And
top
he's
of
80.
that.
When is he going to die?
And he's 80. Well, as
And just good old senility too. Yeah.
as another tri-state legend said, only the good die young. So he's going to be around for a long time, I think.
None of these people live real lives either.
Right.
And when you're so removed from reality, like you don't even know what going inside a grocery store is like.
Right.
You're not going to be able to fucking realize that you shouldn't wave around a cannoli and yell, it's not a gun.
Or, lay down with Borat's sister in a hotel room.
It's so funny how
Got him.
People forget about that one. We're just like, that was
wild.
That's creepy.
It just reminds me of like when you get older and you start thinking about like how people live their lives. Like I used to give so much shit to Justin Bieber. And like that,
Yeah.
Is that you in the YouTube?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I used to hate that guy. And
Right.
here's the thing, like I'm not a fan of his music or anything, but he was a fucking child.
Right. Yeah.
He became famous.
Yeah.
He was a child when I was like, that guy sucks. He's a fucking idiot.
And
What?
And look at him now.
Child.
And
Yeah.
it's
A recovering drug addict.
It's partly your fault. Honestly.
mean,
it's people like you that made him a drug addict. To be
That's what we
completely
do on this
honest.
show. I mean, that's one of the things they warn you about before you get famous, right?
You're going to be stuck the age you got famous at.
You're gonna be stuck the age you got famous at, and that it's gonna be constant stimuli, and a lot of it's gonna be negative.
And no one's going to tell you no ever.
yeah,
Oh,
And
yeah.
your friends aren't going to be there for you to take care of you. Like you guys are my friends, but like Ed Greer is one of my best friends. And if I get to a point where I start doing some stupid shit, and if like I got famous, Ed would not let me do that.
he check you.
He would check me. He would be like,
Right.
Ron, what you're doing right now is so shitty. Well, I don't know why you're doing that. I don't
Right.
know if somebody's telling you you can just be famous and be a piece of shit, but you would need to stop that. And then I'd be like, oh, yeah.
You're fucking blackballed.
I feel like Sam would do that if I was like about to spend my last $20 at the arcade or something. He'd be like, "No, dude, you know what I mean?"
No, but if you do Time Crisis 2's over there and it's 2 players.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it together.
Let's do it together.
Oh God!
Well, at
I
least
mean,
you'll have a teammate in wasting your last $20.
Yeah.